Welcome back to another NFL mock draft simulator video here with Vendetta Sports Media. I am your host, Garrett Burrows. Today, we are going to be taking a look at the New York Giants. This video should do well, especially within Vendetta Sports Media, because we have a couple of Giants fans here at the website. Taking over the role of general manager today, if I take a look at this roster right now, I don't love how it's constructed. I hate Daniel Jones. I'm immediately putting Saquon Barkley on the trade block. I'm going to rip this thing down to the studs, and we're going to build from the ground up again, because our division's not great. Dallas, as much as I may love Dak Prescott, I think it's up for Dallas. I don't see any future for them. Philadelphia has 3 first-round picks, but I mean, come on, it's Howie Roseman. Howie Roseman's not going to hit all 3 of those picks. He'd be lucky to hit one of those 3 picks. Washington scares me. Washington's got a really good defense. My only concern is trading for Carson Wentz this offseason. I mean, I know he did serviceably in Indianapolis, but we all know his last game of the season against Jacksonville was not pretty, to say the least. So, I mean, there's room for this Giants team with the right draft and maybe picking up a couple more free agents for the start of the season. There's room here. There's room to make a little noise. But, I mean, going into this season, though, we're stuck with Daniel Jones at quarterback. That's just how it is. I mean, we're picking 5 and 7. There's no way I'm picking a quarterback with 5 or 7. I'm going to be looking to trade down and getting as many pieces as possible. So we're going to get after it. All right, we're going to get started. So looking at these trade offers, I mean, picking up a Pittsburgh first and second next year, kind of intriguing, because Pittsburgh should be fine depending how well Mitchell Trubisky plays. That one's intriguing to me. 13 and 37 right off the bat, I love. That's fantastic. 8 and 58, I'm not really a fan of that. And then 11 and picking up a Washington first. I'd rather have Pittsburgh's first and second than Washington's. So we're going to get rid of that. And we're going to, I'm glad I didn't double click. Fuck, if you guys watch my videos, you know I have an issue with double clicking. So the one before was Atlanta. So that's fine, because I wasn't going to do that one anyway. Perfect. So we're going to talk to Houston here. We're going to talk to Houston and see if I can get another pick out of them, maybe. I'd love to get a future pick from Houston here. I just don't think there's any way I'm going to be able to get any more out of this. I might just take this because I think this is pretty decent value. I'm dropping 8 spots from 5. I'm still picking 2 more spots. And then I'm picking up a top of the line second round pick this year. So I don't hate this actually. But I'd love to pick up a pick next year. What if I get rid of 37, but I get Houston's first next year? Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I moved down 8 spots, but next year I have a top 5 pick, guaranteed. I don't hate that. They traded up for Ahmad Gardner. Man, that defense is going to be pretty good next year, actually. Thibodeau and Ahmad Gardner, that's not bad. I have 1 trade offer, and I hate it, so I'm not even going to look at it. Okay, we're starting over. Fuck it. That's awesome. Maybe the system thought it was an awful trade, so they backed me out of it. So fucking stupid. That's fucking irritating. God, that just pisses me off, dude. You were going to offer me a second next year. Before. In reality, how good do we think Pittsburgh's going to be next year? I'm trying, and I'm saying this, I'm trying to do this video with no bias, because outside of our mock draft simulator, I am a diehard Steelers fan. So in my head, I'm just like, man, I think Pittsburgh might not be too bad next year. But in this video, I have to be, the role of the Giants GM And on paper, their division's tough. Cincinnati just made it to the Super Bowl. Cleveland's retooling that team, and Baltimore is Baltimore. So from an outside perspective, there's a good chance that Pittsburgh finishes last in the division this year. So if I can pick up their first next year, I don't hate that, because I know they're trading up to take Malik Willis. I know they are. They're trading up for a quarterback. I know they are. I have to be careful with my clicking. I have to. It's absurd at this point. I can't be trusted to do these videos. $28.52 is not bad. I mean, I'm picking in 2 picks anyway, and maybe I can trade down a little bit more and just trade a little bit closer. Can I get like just a random later pick as well? Okay, great. Thank you. Wow. So you mean to tell me that Pittsburgh traded up from 20 to 5 to take a corner? Not even Malik Willis. So they're telling me they're fully invested in Mitch Trubisky. Wow. That's just crazy to me. That is crazy to me. I hate that I'm not swapping seconds. That's intriguing because that's a lot of capital and a Jacksonville second next year. If I look at the board over here, I love Ekwonu. Jordan Davis is intriguing. I love Jordan Davis. Charles Cross even at tackle. Needs some help with the offensive line because, like I said, we're riding with Daniel Jones this year. So we're going to try to protect him as much as we can, I guess. So, because otherwise, we're picking at 20. How highly do I value Ekwonu, though? That's the question. I value him quite a bit. I value him quite a bit. And I'm picking again at 20. So do I roll with the risk of being able to land like a Tyler Linderbaum or a Zion Johnson at 20, potentially, and trade down here and pick up future picks is the question? Or I have full belief in Ekwonu that he's a day one starter and he can play any position on the line. I think he's going to be incredible. Or I just take 11 and 47. Okay, that's not bad. I take their next 3 picks in this draft. So, and they traded for Malik Willis, who I'm not in love with. So that's fine with me. I'm not giving up a future. And that just doesn't scream great value to me. So we're taking this pick then. And at 11, a guy that's staring me right in the face is Charles Cross. I know that we also need help along the entire offensive line. Do I value Charles Cross more than Tyler Linderbaum? Tyler Linderbaum is the clear number 1 center in the draft class, whereas Charles Cross is maybe offensive tackle 3 or offensive tackle 4. Or I could take a guy like Derek Stingley, who I think is among the better players in the draft class. Had a great pro day today at LSU today. So he's probably going to be flying up boards too. So if I do another one of these tomorrow or Friday or something, he's likely to be up higher on draft boards than normal. I'm going to take Charles Cross here because when I'm doing a lot of these mocks, I'm seeing Linderbaum fall all the way to 20. So I'm going to take Cross here. I think I'm going to take Charles Cross in hopes that I could land maybe Linderbaum at 20 as well, which would be huge. He's still there. Karlaftis, Booth, Penning. Perfect. And Indianapolis first and second is very intriguing, but If you can swap this and make this a Seattle first, then we're talking. Then we're talking because Seattle's not going to be good next year. I don't care who says what. They're in a murderer's row division. They're probably in the second toughest division in football, aside from the AFC West. This roster is just not good. Who's playing quarterback for them? I wasn't paying attention to see if they drafted a quarterback early or not, but I don't think they did. I would take this trade. I have to be careful when doing this confirm. See? But then just like auto snapped out of it. Click. Thank you. I'll give up these back-to-back picks. Declined. Okay. See, I think I just figured it out. When I'm doing these trades, I have to be on the far right-hand side of it. I think that's what it is. Okay, let's just see if I can land Seattle's first next year. I'm not giving you a 7. Declined. Fuck. Okay. I mean, I think Indianapolis is going to be, but it's still a first round pick though. They're not winning the division. Tennessee's winning the division. And outside of that, nobody else is competing in that division. So they're a clear second place team, but they're not making the playoffs, which means they're going to be picking around. I just don't trust Matt Ryan. That's another thing to take into consideration here is that they have Matt Ryan now, but Matt Ryan at what is he, 35, 37? I don't trust that arm of his. Plus, I don't think they have the weapons there. I would even argue that he might have had better weapons in Atlanta than he did in Indianapolis. Like, yes, they have Jonathan Taylor. I can tell you one wide receiver, that's Michael Pittman. I don't think T.Y. Hilton's coming back. And even if he does, T.Y. Hilton is a shell of what he used to be. But in Atlanta, you had the Swiss Army knife in Cordell Patterson, and you had the unicorn of last year's draft class in Kyle Pitts. Oh, man. I really wish I could get... I mean, at the end of the day, though, the Denver first is going to be worse than the Colts first. There's no way I'm giving you a second. We're not swapping seconds. I'll let you know right now. I'm not going to take too much longer on this. I'll give you a 4th next year, and I'll throw in a pick. Okay, last one, because those future picks will help me out a lot next year. Okay, so I'm picking here then. I tried. Listen, I made moves, and nobody's biting on anything. That's fine. So we're going to pick here. And I know I said I wanted to take Linderbaum, but Chris Olave is just staring me right in the forehead. And I like Chris Olave a lot. And the reality of the situation is, man, we just don't have receivers here in New York. But who's going to impact my team more right out of the gate? That's the question. The immediate impact, I think, would be Olave, but Daniel Jones has to get on the ball. But taking back-to-back first-round picks on offensive linemen is just not sexy. Fans will hate it. Taking Olave. I like that. And you know what? It's fine. Okay, this is interesting. Because Linderbaum's still on the board. And if in reality, I should have stopped it 1 second earlier because I would have wanted to jump Cincinnati to go get Linderbaum. Because Cincinnati likely to take him. Jacksonville could use him. I mean, Minnesota's not picking both of those picks. The Jets could use him as well, so I'd have to move up because I really want Linderbaum. And what if I give you like 138? Okay. Again, I don't want to take too much time trading here because I'm sure that. Okay. Come on, click. My computer's freaking out. Ugh, God. Next. Okay. I mean, I can't give you, I'll give you 113 then. Fuck it, whatever. I made calls, didn't want them. Well, I'll be a son of a bitch. I will be a son of a bitch. I'm taking him. And I'm not even looking at the rest of the board. That's an A+. Tyler Linderbaum falling to me at 36 is an A+. What was Cincinnati doing? Hold on, pause really quick. What was Cincinnati doing? They traded. They traded with the Colts, and the Colts took Sam Howell, which shows that they don't trust Matt Ryan. And I don't blame them. Devontae White kind of hurts because I would have loved Devontae White on this team, but I just beefed up the offensive line. I just gave this Giants front line 2 starters for the next decade. I don't hate this. I'm not a fan of dropping down 17 spots though. But I am picking it in 5, so that's not even that bad. If I can take 115 as well, I'm there. No, nice. Can I get a future pick? You don't have any, but I want one. I mean, they're not really in a position to do much with this. You're not even going to give me like mid 140s? Fuck off. Looking at the board, Chicago could maybe use one. New Orleans, maybe. Kansas City, Philadelphia could all use a receiver. But we need talent. And so we're going to have to do what we got to do here. They're not biting on any of these picks. I even tried to trade for 145 and they weren't even doing it. So I'll just take this, I suppose. They traded up for BK. Pickens does go to Chicago, which is fine. I'm not giving up futures. I'm taking this pick then. Fuck the 7th. I don't even want them. Okay. Ojabo's likely to miss most of the year, but I mean, next year, that's not bad. I like Ojabo a lot. Christian Watson is on the board. We just had an article go out today about Christian Watson. He's a sneaky first-round talent that was written by Cam. Chris Sims also wrote that piece on he was the second best receiver in the draft class, which I thought was fucking bananas. I like Travis Jones too. But I mean, if we're really building for the future, we can afford to take a pick on a player who's not likely to play this year in Ojabo. And that's kind of intriguing to me. And I mean, we're basically saying that we're not, like, I know for a fact that we're not really contending this year. I'm torn between Travis Jones and Ojabo. I'm going to take Ojabo. I mean, I get it. He's coming off the Achilles injury, but I mean, the talent is there where he's going to come back better than ever next year. A couple things going through my head right now. I'm going to take you into the mind of Giants GM Garrett Burrows here. I like John Michie a lot. And I'm thinking about taking Michie here. And then with my pick at 67, I might take Isaiah Spiller because in a perfect world, during the draft, I trade Saquon Barkley. In a perfect world, if I'm sitting in New York, I'm sitting in East Rutherford at the offices, I'm picking up the phone calls, and I trade him. He's gone. Maybe I get if I'm lucky to get a second with him. Perfect. Second, some other stuff. That'd be great. I like Ed Ingram. I just took an edge rusher, but he's not going to play this year. I'm taking John Michie for sure. And if Spiller's there at 67 still, I'm really intrigued by Quay Walker's gone, though. That sucks. That sucks a lot. 79, 123, but I give up a future here. I don't give up a future, and I pick up one. But I don't pick again until I pick at 75. And a guy like Spiller or Ed Ingram could still be there. Can you just like give me one of these late picks? Can you make it a second? Nice. I like stockpiling picks next year. And the only thing I've really done of merit so far is pick up Pittsburgh's first next year, which is a complete question mark at this point. Come on, stop being fucking stingy. Huh? Jesus. You guys are some stingy fucks, huh? Jesus. Give me a fourth then? Fuck y'all then. Jesus Christ. I think I take Isaiah Spiller here. Very good value in the third round with Isaiah Spiller. I like it a lot. And Ed Ingram still on the board, which is what I was hoping for. Nope. 88 and 129 is basically what I wanted before for the other pick. I just don't get the future, but I get the picks now. I'm not giving you. I'll give you Baltimore 7th because they'll be better than us. Fine. Okay. Nope. I'm good. I'm taking Ed Ingram. What do I pick next? Pick at 88. At 88, I'm targeting Justin Ross or Channing Tindall. I'm going to take Ed Ingram here. 2 bona fide starters in the offensive line and a guy who can compete in camp for another starting spot. What more do you want? Huh? What more do you want? See, I don't want to trade down that far because there's some guys that I really like here. So the guys I'm looking at is Benito, Kobe Bryant, Ross, Osmoa, Tindall. And if you look at our draft class so far, we've already taken a top flight wide receiver. Taken 2 wide receivers, actually. I forgot I took John Michie even. Holy shit, I've only taken 1 defensive player. I have to take a defensive player here. Rip. Okay, so then I'm leaning towards Kobe Bryant or Channing Tindall then. And I think I want to go with Bryant instead of Tindall. Yeah, I'm going to take Bryant instead of Tindall and hope that maybe he's See, I like Mario Goodrich a lot too. That's the problem. I really like Mario Goodrich. Osmo's gone. Bell's gone. Tyndall's still there. What did I pick next? 12. Can I pull some strings to Philadelphia? I hate trading in division. Fuck. I hate that. God damn it. Give you 113. Like all these late ones. Take them. I don't even want them. Great. Awesome. I'm taking Tyndall then. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Perfect. I love that. And I still have a great pick right here in the 4th round too. So it works out. But listen, if Justin, I was gonna say if Justin Ross is there, I was gonna consider it. I was really gonna consider it. So right out of the gates here, I'm looking at Clark as another guy who's not going to play this year, but I'm getting 2 players coming back next year at those positions who can make an impact. And that's intriguing to me. If I hadn't taken Isaiah Spiller earlier, I would look at taking James Cook here. Bailey Zappi's here as well. I'm not taking a quarterback in the 4th round, though. I'll take a quarterback later on. Luquetta's here. I don't mind Nick Cross. I feel like I got to get more defensive players, though, and I kind of need players who are going to play this year. So maybe I take Luquetta then. And then if Luquetta turns into something, then I have a pair of edge rushers next year. I've already taken a linebacker in this draft class too. I'm gonna take Luquetta. Yeah, I'm gonna take Luquetta. And Calvin Austin's just kind of floating around, huh? Man, James Cook to Denver is fucking awesome. God, Javonte Williams and James Cook is not fair. Maybe I double up. Maybe I double up on running back too. Maybe that's the thing now is to double up on young running backs. I take Spiller and Brian Robinson maybe. Wish I had some trade offers though, but thinking about Lucas Kroll, maybe. Kate Otton's fine too. Did I talk myself into taking 2 running backs? I think I did. I did. And you know what? I may get some slack for that. And you know what? That's okay. That's fine. Because Brian Robinson, I think, would be a good pro. So now, if Isaiah Spiller doesn't entirely work out, then I have Brian Robinson fall back on 2. Plus, at 138, Kate Otton's still there, which I like that value. Michael Clemens off the edge. Right out of Oregon. I feel like I need to take defensive players. Like, look at my draft class so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 offensive players compared to 1, 2, 3, 4 defensive players. I'm 7-4 right now. But the offense needs a lot of help. That is true. The offense does need a lot of help. Otten or Ridgeway? Otten or Ridgeway? Who's even playing at tight end for the Giants right now? 1 second. Giants, tight end. New York depth chart. Their tight end is Ricky Seals-Jones. Yeah, I'm going to take Kate Otten. I'm going to take Otten. He fell a little bit. Good 4th round value. These picks would be great, except I'm only drafting in 5 rounds. I'm not drafting 7. So I'm not going to take that because I want to get picks in this draft. Ridgeway is still there. I might take a punter just for the fuck of it because he's one of the greatest punting prospects ever. Brian Cook. Listen, I watched Brian Cook play college football semifinal. Ridgeway or Cook. Got to beef up the defense line. And I think that might be all of our picks. Of course, Kansas City took a punter when they already have a punter. Okay. That's fine. I think that might be it. It's not letting me fucking look. Is there anybody here that we want to maybe trade up for? Last pick. Nope, there's not. Guys, can you fucking believe it? We finally got to the end screen. I can't believe it. It's only been 2 videos and I fucked up on this one too. Twice. I fucked up twice on this one. Holy shit. But this is the draft class. This is it. 1 starter, 2 starter, 3 starters right off the bat. Ojabo starter next year. Michi coming out of the slot potentially. Spiller with the departure potentially of Saquon Barkley. And if I'm running the GM, Saquon's gone anyway. There's another starter as well. Ingram comes in, vies for a starting spot. Like we picked up talent here. And we picked up a first next year too. So that's not so bad. I think we did pretty well. I think there were some missed opportunities there for sure. But overall, I'm loving this draft class that we brought into New York. If you guys are loving it too, comment down below. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, share the video with a friend, and keep an eye on the channel for more NFL draft videos. Thanks. See ya.